my name is JP Hofseth, and I'm going to be deconstructing some of the combat and aiming in Mass Effect 2 to help with my capstone mechanic. My capstone mechanic is working on aiming and targeting along with combat to help do some things such as puzzles, as well as help the player better target enemies and make it through the levels. Now, if you notice, here Shepard has multiple different weapons. With the rifle, assault rifle, you see the crosshair, how it zooms the camera when you right click. You also have different zooms depending on the weapon. Depending on the weapon, it zooms in either more or less, it appears to be. And of course, when you take out the sniper rifle, you get a complete scope view. Then say when you have the shotgun, the crosshair doesn't move in as much. Now if you notice, the camera still seems to be at the same shoulder, but the crosshairs and the zooming seems to be a little bit different depending on the weapon. Also, the type of combat or shooting that happens per weapon. If you notice, with most of the weapons, there's a bit of an offset as well when it comes to where you aim versus where the gun actually, or the bullets actually hit. Now it looks almost like, doing some research and playing this game a bit, that these weapons use more of a hit scan method. That's a line trace being shot out to indicate where it's being hit, and it usually comes from what I can learn from the camera perspective, and then the animation from the bullets is just that. It's not a real projectile, it's more of a line trace, and it just looks like a projectile is being shot. Now we're going to see that when we look at an enemy, the crosshair is going to change slightly. It goes red. When you shoot them, you get a red X that goes, indicating that you hit them. And I like that concept of the red X indicating that you've hit something. I find that something I might want to incorporate as well. Let's take a look at the aim and the combat of the pistol. When you use the pistol, you still have the same thing, and you have a different rate of fire.
There we go.
When you go down to the shotgun, looks like you have multiple hit scans going at once.
Enemy down. Yes.
That's me, Shepard.
And it kind of just sprays out.
We should have expected this.
Come on.
Storyline. Anyways, if you haven't played Mass Effect 2, you should. If you haven't played any of the Mass Effect series, you're missing out. Very much so. But I'm trying to model my aiming and my combat based off of this. Now, one of the things I'm doing with the aim mechanic that's slightly different than this is I am setting up a bit more of an offset than what this game has. I don't know if I want to adjust that or not. We were going to originally try an upgrade system for our combat, and I'm not sure if we're going to be doing that or not, based off of collectibles that the player gets. The offset and the aim is better. Now that does kind of happen in this game as well, with the different different guns that you can collect. They do increase or decrease, I should say, that offset that you see.
Shepard, you take point.
But that's pretty much what I wanted to just give a look at, is the deconstruction of the combat on here, as far as how the aim works and how the weapons work with the different aiming, and how it seems more of a hit scan system than a projectile system in this one, except for when you use, obviously, the grenade launcher, which seems to be governed by some physics, which we'll see here with this. I'll take a shot at him and you can see how that looks. after he mows down the Quarians.
That mech's got heavy armor plating. Those Quarians never stood a chance.
This is gonna be one tough son of a bitch to take down.
So, if you notice on that, we have it what looks like an actual projectile shooting versus the hit scan that comes when you use the other weapons. And that's really all I wanted to do was deconstruct, play this, and show how the combat works, how the aim works when you shoot, when you fire, how it seems like you do more damage when you hit someone in certain spots, like in the head. And I want to incorporate all that into my game, and I've done that a bit, using different box collisions on the enemy to figure out what component I'm hitting. That way I know which part of the enemy I'm hitting, and I'm not sure if they're using box collisions on this one as well, or whether they're using just the component name when you hit it. So I want to thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed my deconstruction of the aiming and combat of Mass Effect 2.